Hello again. So if you're here, I guess that everything went well and your server is running properly on your computer. So now let's create a basic web page with HTML, CSS, and JS. So first, let's define what is HTML, CSS, and JS for and how they work together. We're going to use a popular anatomy analogy so you can understand how a web page works. So first, HTML. It means hypertext markup language, and it's the language that describes the structure of your file. So you can call it like the skeleton of your web page. Then you're going to link CSS and JavaScript to your HTML file. So CSS, which means cascading style sheets, is the language that describes how the elements of the structure look and how they are displayed on the web page. So you could see it as the skin of your web page. And finally, you have the JS, so it means the JavaScript. And it's the programming language that brings logic to your web page. It makes it interactive since you can manipulate, update, change both the HTML and the CSS, so you can see it as the brain of your web page. So now let's go to the text editor to create the contents of the HTML file. So previously in the first video, I showed to you how to run the server and how to launch that in index.html on your browser, but for now it's empty. So let's populate it. There is some tags, so this is a tag, which are required for any HTML page. So all of these are the basic tags that you have to put in any HTML file when you create it. The head tag is including all the invisible information of your web page, like the title, the links or stuff like that. And what is interesting us more is the body tag. Here is going to be where you put all your content, which is going to appear on the web page. So I'm going to show you how to put just a little text on the web page. So I opened and closed a div tag, which is just a container for text or images or any elements. And here I'm just putting hello, so you're going to see that now when I recharge the page, it appears here. So then what I'm going to show you is also how to put some CSS, so how to style that new element that we just created. So for that you have to add a link tag, and here in the href property you have to put the path to that file. So the HTML knows which files it's going to look for the CSS. So let's call it like my little CSS.css. And let's create that file at the same place where your index.html is. So you have to give it the same name, my.css.css. And here is how to style the div element that we just created. So div here, you see in the CSS, it has to be like this, the syntax. Div, you open the brackets, and then, for example, I want it to be blue, that text. So I put color blue. Now if I go back to the browser and I recharge, you can see that the color changed and it's now blue. Let's try with red, for example. I recharge and it's red. So this is for the style. And now I'm going to show you how to add some JavaScript. So you have to add a script tag. We're going to put type module, and as the same for the CSS, you have to say to your HTML file which file to look for the JS. So let's call it my little script.js. Same, we have to create it at the same place. My little script.js. And here we're just gonna log something just to see how it connects to the HTML, the JS, and the CSS all together. So let's just say hello from the little script. So now if I recharged, and how to see your JavaScript code that you're logging. So there is a tool in the browser which is very useful and that you need to know, which is called the inspector. So to open it, you have to right click on your window, inspect, and then it's going to open you that panel, and you can check the HTML render of your page. So us, we want to see that we created this element, the div hello. You can see that there is the script that we added. Here in the head, there is the style sheet that we linked. So here you can see the HTML render, and then you also have the style. For now, we didn't add a lot of style, but you can see that if I click on div, you can see that I can find back here the CSS style that I applied. And to see what you want to log in your JS file, it's appearing here in console. So you can see here, hello from the little script is appearing here. So that's a very good tool for you to use. And you're going to see that for debug, it's very, very practical. So that's it for that video. I hope you're going to enjoy the quest. So now good luck.